At this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Al Coleman.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you to friends and family. I'm really humbled by the turnout. I knew that the temptation of free food would help to bring most of you out, but seriously, I mean, with the parking situation, you all have familial needs, you all have a busy end of summer schedule, so I'm truly humbled by the fact that you'd share your evening with me. The information that follows isn't typically located in a single resource. You don't instinctively know these principles discussed unless you are raised in a professional household and were exposed to such concepts. It's a primer, a gateway to start you down your path to personal, professional, and financial success. It's my humble attempt at leaving a legacy for my heirs through giving the greatest good to the greatest number, as Abraham Lincoln encouraged. Before we close, I wanted to share a few remarks. This book, well, this evening to begin with, sharing these intimate thoughts was spurred on by my sister Milfa and our good friend Winfred Russell, who's here this evening. Thank you, Winfred. If you know anything about the Liberian culture, we're very private people. To expose these thoughts, these vulnerabilities, is not something, especially as a man, that I do easily. But if it saves one child who thought that they were less, who thought that they should give up, that no one cares, that there's no path, that success is something of a lottery that you achieve instead of a series of right decisions, then I'll be happy to share my truth with them. There are so many young individuals out here that we all know, literally blocks from this building, that have no individual that can teach them what it is to be successful. Not a millionaire, but successful, making right choices. Each and every one of you are extremely gifted individuals, and I'm humbled to be in your company. You volunteer of your time. You volunteer of yourself, whether it's churches, at schools, social justice programs, nonprofit, health and wellness initiatives. You all are phenomenal individuals. And I want to thank Milfa and Winfred for encouraging me to bring you all into one room with one message. Tell your story. There's someone out there who wants to know how you got to where you are. If I never sell another book, that is fine by me, so long as they hear your story. So long as they hear how you got from where you are from where you were to where you are today. This is a battle that doesn't have to be lost. We just need to take the opportunity to mentor, to guide. We don't have to spend any money. Tell your story. Get that young person close to you. Let them see how you do what you do. Before I close, I had a phone call with my very good friend, Matt Goodman, a couple days ago. He had read the book. He called me to tell me his thoughts. And he reminded me of a meeting that we had at the St. Paul Courts, downtown St. Paul, the Justice Center. At that meeting, I was 15, 16 years old. But the speaker that day was Justice Alan Page of the Minnesota Supreme Court. I'd never met him. I knew of him from his Viking playing days. Up until that point, I had no clue what I was going to do with my life. Matt reminded me that when we left, as the snow fell, I stood on the corner and said, I'm going to be a lawyer. I seriously can't remember that statement. I can't remember that conversation. But what that reminded me of was the impact that Justice Page and his story meant in my life. And now here I am. So who will be the next child that you will tell your story to, that will leave your presence and say, today, I want to be a finance director. I want to be a lawyer. I want to start a fantastic nonprofit. I want to work in real estate? Who's going to hear your story and change their fate? Cure cancer, heal the sick, eradicate poverty. It's as simple as telling your story. Let's not make success unattainable to the youth any longer. Let's tell them they can achieve it because you've all have achieved it. Thank you. I'm honored to be in your presence. Good evening.